Adam, there was a lot of action this weekend for the Tar Heels, a lot of success for the Tar Heels. Tell us what happened.
Women's soccer continues to be number one in the country. They won at Virginia 1-0 on Thursday. Then come home, face Florida State on Sunday.
Match of the year candidate.
Incredible match. Tar Heels trailed a couple times, came back a couple times, took the lead 3-2 late. Then the stinky Seminoles get a goal with 5 or 6 seconds left to tie it up. So it's a 3-3 draw. Jones, I think those two teams will meet again.
They may see each other again. Really quality match.
Allie Sentnor was awesome in this game. She's having a great year. Avery Patterson is having a great year.
Both those teams are really good. I mean, they are both – each of those teams is good enough to win the national title. They both have terrific players and athletes on their teams, and it looked like it. But both teams did some really impressive things.
That was I'm not a soccer guru, but that was played in an extremely high level.
Yeah.
Tar Heels are 7-0-4 overall, 2-0-1 in the ACC. They'll go to NC State on Saturday. Staying on the pitch.
Yeah.
Men's soccer.
Big win for the guys.
Finally got to play number 11 Duke after some weather issues.
Yeah, the tropical storm Ophelia, I think, seemed to cause a little more trouble than everybody thought it was going to up here as far as the amount of rain. So a little bit of an adjustment, but hey, Tar Heels just rolled with the punches.
You can't delay the storm of Tar Heel goals.
Yeah.
That's one thing we know for sure. As Carolina beats the Blue Devils 2-1 on Sunday, they got goals from Andrew Czech, the first of his college career.
Nice.
And Kinsey Ermans, who we know scores all the time.
Yep.
Tar Heels were down 1-0 but came back. Andrew Cordes, 3 saves in the final minutes to preserve the win.
Wow.
A combined 15 yellow cards.
Little chippy out there. Little chippy.
The run of play may have been physical. Carolina 4-0-3 overall, 1-0-2 in the ACC. There's only one school in the country at which men's and women's soccer are both unbeaten.
Yeah.
Jones, your 5-second challenge is to name that school.
It's the Tar Heels.
That's right. You win.
6 ties between the two, though.
The Tar Heels, if they had played extra time, Carolina would have won all those. Carolina goes to Pitt on Friday. Field hockey. Other ACC teams just don't score. Carolina went to Wake Forest and shut them out 3-0 on Friday. Maddie Kahn in goal continues to be solid, had 6 saves. That's her 3rd shutout of the year. Carolina stepped out of conference on Sunday, beat App 6-1. Carolina number 2 in the country, 7-1 overall. No ties here, Jones.
Yeah.
2-0 in the ACC. They'll stay out of conference this weekend. They go to St. Joseph's on Sunday.
A quick little shout out to Karen Shelton. She was at Mac Brown Live. We didn't have a show last night due to the bye week, but the previous week, Karen and her husband Willie were there and cheering on the Tar Heels, supporting Coach Brown. It's great to see her.
Karen and her husband Willie, who, by the way, is an NCAA championship winning coach.
A couple national titles under his belt as well. Not 10 like Karen has, but
hopefully someone in that household will achieve something at some point. Volleyball. Got a big win against Virginia on Friday. They beat Virginia 3-0, season high 12 blocks in that match. But then number 8 Pitt comes to town, and we know Pitt's tough.
Yeah, well, as Romani Thurman told us the other day, Tar Heels still a work in progress, but taking some steps, and I think that Pitt game showed it. Pitt's better than Carolina right now, talking about volleyball, but it was competitive. I mean, the Tar Heels didn't get smoked in any of these sets. It was competitive. They're getting there, and just, Adam, you call me again in a season or two, and we'll see where the Tar Heels are.
I will call you.
Yes.
Carolina is 7-4 overall, 1-1 in the ACC. They've got the Florida road trip this weekend as they go to FSU on Friday and then at Miami. A couple other quick notes. Women's golf finishes 6th at the Mason Rudolph Invitational. That's up at Vanderbilt. That's higher than number 5 in the country, LSU, number 15 in the country, Kentucky. Reagan Sutherland was really good on Sunday, finished with a 2 under 70 that day. Tar Heels back in Chapel Hill in 2 weeks.
Well, we've talked about men's golf has really taken some huge steps. Women's golf they're not as far along as the guys are right now, but they are too making progress.
That was a loaded field in the Mason Rudolph Invitational. Cross country also really successful nationally. The men are number 6 in the country. The women are number 10. The men finished third at the Virginia Invitational. The women finished 11th. Parker Wolf finished second overall. Parker Wolf having a lot of success.
Yeah. He can run long distances in short amounts of time.
I think that is right. Yeah. Carolina back in action in 3 weeks in Wisconsin. Now, Jones, I know that you pay extremely close attention to the Olympic sports recap.
I do.
And so you've probably noticed a trend here these last couple weeks. And we have a note from Ken Cleary, who just the other day we were having an off-the-air conversation about what if there was no Ken.
Yeah, thank goodness.
And what a terrible situation that, like, what if Ken worked at Pitt?
I don't like Pitt, Ken.
No. Pitt would be doing all kinds of cool stuff, and we'd be down here just stumbling and bumbling. But luckily we have Ken.
Yeah.
And so he gives us notes like these. Jones, in the 2 weeks from September 10th to September 24th, in team sports, Tar Heel teams didn't lose.
Wow.
2 weeks of no losing, 13-0-2. And in that same time span, men's golf also won the Olympia Fields Invitational up in Illinois. 2 weeks of not losing.
It's pretty impressive.
That's why Bubba Cunningham just walks around eating ice cream all the time and is like, I wish I could find something to do. Everybody's just winning all the time.
I got this in cruise control, guys.
Yeah, I'm probably not coming in Tuesday to Friday.
So, a successful stretch for the Tar Heels. And, Adam, we won't be with people on Friday. So, if you get your Olympic sport previews from us, go to GoHeels.com. You can see anybody who is competing this upcoming weekend. So keep that in your head.
And if you're wondering, well, how am I going to support the Tar Heels? Find one of those and go to.
Yeah.
Because no football this weekend.